Call the meeting to order, MPO committee meeting date, September 17, 2025, 1:30 p.m. Location, City of Laredo Council Chambers. Roll call, please.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Ms. Briones will help us call roll.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Mayor Dr. Victor D. Trevino,
Present.
Judge Tano Tijerina,
Present.
Councilmember Ricardo Rangel Jr.,
Present.
Councilmember Ruben Gutierrez, Commissioner Jesse Gonzalez,
Present.
Commissioner John Galo, Councilmember Vanessa Perez, Mr. Epigmenio Epi Gonzalez,
Here.
Mr. Jed Brown. For the record, you have a quorum.
All right, thank you.
Chair, I'll move a motion to exclude those, or to excuse those that are not present. Second.
Motion second, all in favor? Opposed, motion passes. We'll proceed with citizen comments. Any citizen comments today?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, no. Okay, let's proceed to item number 4. Items requiring policy committee action. A, approval of the minutes for the meeting held on July 16, 2025.
So move that there's not any amendments.
Okay, motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed. B, receive public testimony on approved resolution number MPO 2025-11, adopting the 2025 congestion management process CMP update.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. For this item, we do need to ask if anyone's here to speak for or against. For or against. But I can give a very quick overview. At the last meeting of the MPO, when we met in July, we did give a presentation on the congestion management process. Pretty much, this congestion management process is one of our core MPO documents. It includes our congestion management network, also congestion data, system performance measures that are going to be regularly monitored by MPO staff, including system-wide and corridor-level strategies that will also be regularly monitored and evaluated for effectiveness by the staff, as well as a process for ongoing periodic data collection and evaluation, which is an important part of what a congestion management process is, to create a feedback loop that provides decision makers with information to adjust the current and the new strategies. Pretty much this resolution, we did have a comment period after the last meeting in July. There was no public comments, so we're bringing back the resolution for this item. As part of the resolution, we're committing to ongoing data collection and performance monitoring to analyze congestion challenges and needs, identify congestion management strategies, and evaluate the effectiveness of implemented actions. We're also going to carry out a process for periodic evaluation of congestion management strategies using established performance measures. The results will be shared with the MPO policy and technical committees, all relevant stakeholders, and the public to guide the selection of future strategies. Like I mentioned, we did present this at the last meeting. We do have slides in case you all want to see this, but it was presented last time in July. We're just asking for consideration or approval of this resolution, but we do need to ask if anyone's here to speak for or against.
All right, these are the for or against. For or against? For or against? For or against?
If there's nobody to be heard, I will so move them. Second.
Motion, second, all in favor? Opposed, motion passes.
Thank you.
Letter C, receive public testimony, initiate a 10-day public review and comment period for proposed amendments to the 2025-2028 Transportation Improvement Program, TIP.
Good afternoon, Mayor, members of the committee. Graciela Briones from the MPO staff.
Good afternoon. This is another one for and against. These next two.
Yeah, that's correct.
The Transportation Improvement Program, quick overview. By law, all MPOs are required to develop a Transportation Improvement Program, TIP, for our planning areas for a 4-year period of time in collaboration with the state, TxDOT, and Public Transit, and Metro. All MPO TIP documents are subsequently combined to form the statewide Transportation Improvement Program, which is a TIP. The TIP may be amended by the policy committee at any time during this its life cycle. Amendments to the TIP involving major changes require a public review and comment period and formal action by the MPO policy committee prior to being added to the TIP. Approved amendments are submitted to the TIP on a quarterly basis. Our MPO public participation plan requires a 10-day public review and comment period for amendments to the TIP. The following are 4 revisions that we have being in coordination with TxDOT. These are highway revisions proposed. The first one is a revision to CSJ 922-33205 for the construction of Vallecillo Road. The purpose of this amendment is to make a revision to the project description that currently reads for the construction of Vallecillo Road 4-lane of system highway with continuous turn lane. And the proposed description is for the construction of Vallecillo Road 4-lane of system highway with raised median. The amendment number 2 is a reprogramming to CSJ 0086-14077. It's a US 59 construction of interchange at the airport. The purpose of the amendment is to reprogram this project by removing it from the current TIP, as the updated proposed letting date for this project has been changed to October 2028, which becomes fiscal year 2029, and it'll be outside of the current TIP years. Same thing with the following revision, number 3. It's a reprogramming to CSJ 0086-14086, and it's US 59, converting a 6-lane non-freeway facility to a 6-lane freeway facility with auxiliary lanes and frontage roads. Same purpose as the previous one is to reprogram the project by removing it from the current TIP, because the updated proposed letting date for this project has been changed to October 2028, which becomes fiscal year 2029 and is outside of the current TIP years. The fourth one, it's an addition. It's CSJ 0922-33242. Columbia International Bridge Project, and the purpose of the amendment is to add this project to the current TIP. The following are the revisions proposed by El Metro. We have revision 1 through 5 to roll over monies that are from the apportionment years 2022, 2023, 2024 for category 5339, and the amounts on the table to be reprogrammed or roll over to the fiscal year 2025. And then the last 2, it's for category 5310 to roll over 319,935 from the apportionment year 2023 to fiscal year 2025. And the last one is rollover 304,507 from the apportionment year 2024 to fiscal year 2025. The next 2 revisions also proposed by El Metro is to increase funding for category 5339 from apportionment year 2025 from $474,386 to $504,035, and for category 5310 the apportionment year was 2025, and to increase funds for this year from $304,507 to $528,970. The last 2 revisions in coordination with El Metro is on category 5339 is the project description, and the current description reads funds will be used for replacing heavy-duty buses and paratransit vans, support vehicles, and bus facility improvements. And it's proposed to read the funds will be used for replacing heavy-duty buses, light-duty buses, support vehicles, software and hardware purchases, project administration, shop equipment, and bus facility improvements. And the last one is a revision to category 5310. The project description currently reads, funds will be used for improving mobility for seniors and individuals with disabilities by removing barriers to transportation service and expanding transportation mobility options. Projects include purchase of transit vans, software purchase, equipment purchase, and operating assistance, and it's proposed to read funds will be used to purchase paratransit vans, software purchase, equipment purchase, project administration, and operating assistance. And in conclusion, for El Metro, it's the revisions are for categories 5339, 5310, and to increase for this tip the amount from 80,979,804 to $83,104,132. That's for this, item, Mayor.
So moved. Second.
Motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes.
On the next item, it's the MTP item, to receive public testimony and initiate a 10-day public review and comment period for the proposed revisions to the 2050 MTP. It does have a presentation, but it's pretty much the same stuff. I don't know if you all want to go over it, or I'm just gonna ask if anyone's here to speak for or against, and then we would initiate a comment period.
All right, any comments or questions?
None had.
All right,
So moved, I guess.
Want me to go over it?
Second.
It's pretty much the same information.
Yeah, no, we're good.
The updated and the MTP.
Yeah, no, we're good.
okay, so motion, second,
Just a second.
all in favor? Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. Next item is item 5, reports and presentations. First, we have the status report by the Regional Mobility Authority.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Wasn't that
Just thought I'd
the
see if you were listening.
presentation wasn't that long?
Blasita Lopez.
Good afternoon to you as well.
With the Regional Mobility Authority this afternoon, the packet contains the memo on behalf of the RMA. Certainly, if you have any questions, our engineer is here and I am here representing. So if you have any additional information that you may need, please let us know.
We're good.
Good.
All right, thank you. All of that was, director's comments?
Oh, we still have 5B, the text dot
Oh,
project
sorry.
updates.
Item B, TechStop project updates, yes.
Thank you.
Right, good afternoon. Jose Vargas, Laredo area engineer with the TechZone project status in Webb County. Again, quick overview on the projects that we have is we currently have 22 active projects. We're hovering around 800 million on active contracts. Scope of the projects: full reconstruction, widenings, off-system bridges, reconstruction, illumination, and preventive maintenance on our pavements. I'm going to start with the US 59 expansion. Again, investment 344 million. We are at about 30% complete. So we already started with some concrete pavement on what is going to be the northbound frontage road. You see the picture there on the left of the slip paver. We also started dropping some drill shafts for what are going to be the bridges to the main lanes. Continue on embankment, drainage, moving bays, so that project is full blown. Again, expected completion that is end of 2029. SH84 or Acharuthinger, expected completion date fall of 2027. Investment for that project is 122 million. We are about 50% complete. We are working on the last stretch for flexible base. We're probably about 70% on hot mix. The contractor is already getting rebar delivered on site to start tying rebar for what is going to be the future concrete pavement on this project. We have 5 out of the 6 bridges all the way to the concrete slab, and we have one more to go. 359 widening, total investment is $50 million, awarded to Anderson, Colombia. Expected completion in spring of 2026. We're about 60% complete. Last items is finalizing the flexible base and the final layers of hot mix. It's 8.9 from 4 miles east of Loop 20 to 8.9 miles east of Loop 20. So about 5 miles of roadway. Lomas del Sur, I'm glad to announce that we started the project. We're about 75% complete. Some of the work that you see there is we're preparing for what's going to be the temporary detours widening so we can start prepping the area for the overpass. We are mobilizing concrete barrier, and there on the bottom you see some detours being constructed for switching traffic to construct the safety center concrete barrier on the main lanes from Lomas all the way to 359. 255 rehabilitation, 25 million investment awarded to Anderson, Colombia, 8 miles east of 35. We are at 31% complete. We are on the last week of rehabilitating in place the base. We're following up with hot mix, and again, this one is expected to be completed on the fall of 2026 next year. And again, like always, help us end the streak, drive safely throughout our work zones, and open it up for comments, questions.
All right, thank you. Any questions?
No.
No?
Right, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you very much. All right. We can proceed with director's comments.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, my director's report is in the packet. First thing, next week we'll be hosting the Association of Texas MPOs Temple meeting here in Laredo. This is a quarterly meeting. Texas MPO directors are coming here to Laredo, September 25th and 26th at the public library. So we're pleased to welcome them, all our colleagues from across the state. We're looking forward to a productive meeting. You know, we are hoping, Mayor, that you can give opening remarks at the meeting.
What
And then-
date is that?
It's the September 25th, and we had to send out an invite for that.
All right, thank you.
So yeah, so this is pretty much MPO directors, and then you'll have technical staff from Federal Highway Administration and technical staff from the Texas Transportation Institute. We're happy to host them. We'll give you all an update after as well.
All right.
The Federal Highway Administration rep, Mr. Kirk Fulver, was here August 26th, 27th. We hosted him and Ms. Sara Garza from TxDOT to discuss our MPO activities, ongoing projects. So it's good to visit with them. So we appreciate Mr. Fulver coming down to Laredo last month. And the next update, the MPO 2025 Transportation Alternative Set Aside Call for Projects. We did have that call for projects initiated March 19th, 2025. That deadline was pretty much at the end of May. Yeah, May 30th, we received 2 project applications. We've been reviewing these project applications with TxDOT. In August, we did site visits to the project sites. So this month, actually, Friday, we're going to be meeting with an evaluation committee to support both projects. And then we'll be coming back with recommendations to the technical and policy committee at a future date. The Texas Transportation Commission meetings, there is going to be one next week, September 25th, but I'm going to be here for the MPO directors meeting, so I won't be attending that one. And there's an October 30th one and November 13th, so hoping that I can attend those 2 meetings. We do continue to send calendar invites for those meetings as well. You know, I think it was back in June, we had Councilmember Ranhead and Councilmember Vanessa Perez that attended the meeting with us. And the next upcoming meetings for the MPO, it's the Active Transportation Committee. It was going to be September 24th, but we're pushing that to October 1st because of the MPO director meetings that are going to be next week. And then Technical Committee, October 7th, and Policy Committee, October 15th. We do plan to meet here again next month, October 15th. Are there any questions?
Any questions, anybody? Nope. No. All right, thank you very much. We'll proceed with item 7, communications.
I do have some,
Go ahead.
if I may, Mayor. I just wanted to, I could just say that I thank God that it's 60 days later, that we didn't have a meeting last week, because that was last month, because I was still a little hot and a little disappointed, but I wanted to voice my disapproval and my disappointment with the Lomas del Sur project. You all had a ribbon cutting, and it was very disappointing. I did get to talk to Epi, and Epi's a gentleman, and Epi's working hard, and he's doing a great job. But one of the things that disappointed me was, it was on a Monday morning during Commissioner's Court. And all I'm gonna say is this: we keep talking that we are working as one, and that's great, but are we? It was very disappointing to me to see the Facebook of the city of Laredo, very disgusted by the Laredo Morning Times, putting Henry Cuellar and acting like he's the one that brought the monies, when in all reality, he has no idea and nothing to do with this board. If this MPO doesn't need, if we don't need to be doing this, and Henry's gonna be our golden savior, so then why don't we just dismantle the MPO? I was disappointed that the city of Laredo did not mention Webb County. By the way, that agenda item, which most of y'all, and please excuse me what I'm fixing to say, weren't even here at that time, August 17th, 2022, I'm the one that actually moved the motion. Please watch the video. The city of Laredo was actually against the whole project. It ended up getting passed. Very disappointing that that whole project was done. It was moved 3 or 4 different times, but yet on the Monday that we couldn't go. My commissioner here had to go. He was very disappointed as well. He went for a couple of minutes and then he had to get back to business. All I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it very loudly, if we're going to work together, let's start really truly working together and giving acknowledgement where acknowledgement is. Not for political rhetoric, not for the poster or a picture in Facebook and all that good stuff. To me, I was just extremely disappointed. I've already expressed myself to Happy. Mayor, I was very disappointed in the city of Laredo for not including the county of Webb. When we are constantly putting you all, when we're partners, we're partners. And that was very disappointing because you all weren't even here at that time. And that, I just wanted to express my disappointment that if we could start making sure that when we have projects and ribbon cuttings, make sure that the actual players, the ones that are actually bringing in the monies, are the ones that are invited. Because I would have loved to have been there, because if you look at the video, and I encourage everybody to do that, I even moved the motion before the agenda item was written, because I said, how can I not move this with this money's, I mean, it's a big bang for our money. And yet Dr. Martinez sitting right there, totally against it and trying to fight it. But you all, during the whole, 2 months ago, when you all had this Lomas del Sur opening, made it sound like it was your project and Henry Cuellar's project. Extremely disappointed. I wasn't, especially with Henry, I get it. I understand, it's campaign mode for him and he's trying to make himself look good. But it's not surprising on that point, because in all reality, what monies does he bring to our table? And that's my question today. And if anybody has any objectives or anything else, on a rebuttal, please, I would love to have it. Because it was just extremely disappointing on my end as a county judge, and I'm fighting for the Webb County. I just think we need a place on the table.
Judge, and I'm gonna add to that, because yes, it was disheartening, it was disappointing. We were already planning on this a while back, years ago. When is this gonna be, moving forward? When is it gonna be the groundbreaking? I would constantly ask, because this was a project that we've been pushing, and I say we, because it's everybody, since day one. Those 500,000 that were allocated by the city, mayor, for the concrete barriers in the middle, I think it was an additional 500,000. I don't know if I'm off or correct on this. But you had former Mayor Pete Sines here pledge that on the table in the MPO, not in the city, in the MPO. He said, I'm on my way out, here's 500,000, we can use it for something in the MPO. So it's always been working together with previous administrations and current administrations. And I believe, for whatever reason, we were completely left out of the loop. Since the planning of it to the day of, we were completely left out, and it does feel bad. And that's why the judge is voicing his concerns, and I'm gonna be here to reiterate, it feels awful to be left out. I had to literally tell the judge, I'm gonna miss court. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna pull it off, but this is something, Judge, I understand you have to run the meeting, but I have to be there, and I don't like the way it's being done, but it got done regardless. And if you look at it, I had so many calls from reporters saying, well, your brother was there, but you weren't in the pictures. No, I was there. I just had to go back and pictures, que eso era al último. It is the project, we pushed it together. And if you see our social media posts, you see what the judge is telling us about. I always praise and give credit where credit is due. I always praise working together. I just wish the rest would be the same, but hopefully it gets there, but it's not at the moment. But that's my 2 cents.
Well, thank you very much for those comments, and, this is something that should not happen. And if it did happen, we need to find out what the root cause was and do something about it so it won't happen again.
I appreciate those words.
And what we need to do is get together with whoever's in charge of the city, let them know that we need to include both entities when we're both in that project together. So this is something that should not happen, and this has happened in the past, I don't want it to happen anymore. So let's get some coordination together, and for all the things that happened, we apologize on behalf of the city.
I appreciate
That's
that.
something that should not happen.
Mayor, if I may,
Go ahead.
I just want to add the same thing, we apologize on behalf of the city. If we didn't communicate ourselves to the county, it's something we should do. Debemos de ser, somos vecinos, we work together. I think there's that we should have more communication with the timing when we're gonna do the ribbon cutting, if it's a Monday or a Monday that they're in court, or a Monday that we're in a, council meeting. Try to do it, let's find a way where we can work together, because I see the working together, collaboration, how we've been growing in Laredo and connecting from north to south, from east to west, because it's of the MPO and all these gentlemen's and ladies' hard work. So, on behalf of the city of Laredo, we do apologize, commissioners, judge.
Thank you.
And hopefully it doesn't happen again.
All right.
Mayor,
Yes, go ahead.
if I may. Okay, so I did get a chance to talk to Judge Tijerina and Commissioner Gonzalez. Again, on our behalf, again, it was not intentional, but we have taken steps to make sure that doesn't happen, right? And we certainly appreciate the support from you, Judge, and the Commissioner, on all the projects, right? And just to kind of re-emphasize, my job is very straightforward, which is to come and build roads here in Webb County and Laredo District. So, as far as transportation projects, we're here to try to work together with obviously the city, the county, everybody that can help us, advance transportation projects, right? So again, we have taken steps to make sure that doesn't happen, and we'll definitely continue to work with y'all.
I appreciate that, Epi, thank you so much. And to just finish off, Mayor, it just, when I heard that it got moved 3 to 4 different times, I mean,
Yes.
and all those 3 or 4 different times were never asked about our agenda. And that's disheartening. Okay, you made a mistake one time, you moved it, I get it. But when you move it 3 or 4 different times, and I spoke to Senator Zaffarini about this because she was supposed to be there too, and she said that she couldn't make it because it had already been moved 3 or 4 different times. And so I've made my phone calls and I've done my research on this, and it was just, again, extremely disappointing. And I just want to finish with this. If everybody else is going to take credit for what the MPO is doing, and I get it, we need federal monies, we need state monies, we need all these kind of monies. But if everybody's going to be taking credit for everything else that they're doing when they're not doing anything at all, then what is this board? I challenge anybody, tell me what this board is for. And I'll just leave it at that.
And one last thing, one added thing that I will do, anytime there's an event like that, I will ask, is the county involved? And this way we'll leave no margin for error.
Thank you, Mayor, appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you, Mayor.
okay. Anything else?
No, that was it, Mayor.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Last item, any move?
So moved. Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn, all in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.